Abu Bakr al Siddiq, the Rashidun Caliph, Abd Allah ibn Abi Kaffa, his qualities and morals since the beginning of the Islamic message and its spread to the world. Part 1. Abd Allah ibn Abi Kaffa Romanized. Abd Allah ibn Abi Kaffa, circa 573, the 23rd of August 634, commonly known by the kunya Abu Bakr Romanized. Abu Bakr was the first caliph, ruling from 632 until his death in 634. A close companion and father-in-law of Muhammad, Abu Bakr is referred to with the honorific title al-Siddiq lit. The Veracious, by Sunni Muslims. Born to Abu Kaffa and al-Khair of the Banu Taym, Abu Bakr was amongst the earliest converts to Islam and propagated dawah to the Mushrikites. He was considered the first Muslim missionary, as several companions of Muhammad converted through Abu Bakr. He accompanied Muhammad on his migration to Medina and became one of the latter's bodyguards. Abu Bakr participated in all of Muhammad's campaigns and served as the first Emir al-Hajj in 631. In the absence of Muhammad, Abu Bakr led the prayers. Following Muhammad's death in 632, Abu Bakr succeeded the leadership of the Muslim community as the first caliph, being elected at Saqifa. His election was contested by a number of rebellious tribal leaders. During his reign, he overcame a number of uprisings, collectively known as the Ridda Wars, as a result of which he was able to consolidate and expand the rule of the Muslim state over the entire Arabian Peninsula. He also commanded the initial incursions into the neighboring Sasanian and Byzantine empires, which in the years following his death would eventually result in the Muslim conquests of Persia and the Levant. Apart from politics, Abu Bakr is also credited for the compilation of the Quran, of which he had a personal caliphal codex. Prior to dying in August 634, Abu Bakr nominated Umar r. 634 to 644 as his successor. Along with Muhammad, Abu Bakr is buried in the Green Dome at the Al-Masjid an-Nabawi in Medina, the second holiest site in Islam. He died of illness after a reign of 2 years, 2 months and 14 days, the only Rashidun caliph to die of natural causes. Though Abu Bakr's reign was short, it included successful invasions of the two most powerful empires of the time, the Sasanian Empire and the Byzantine Empire. He set in motion a historical trajectory that in a few decades would lead to one of the largest empires in history. His victory over the local rebel Arab forces is a significant part of Islamic history. Sunni Muslims revere Abu Bakr as the first of the rightly guided caliphs and the greatest individual after the prophets and messengers. Shia tradition considers Abu Bakr an usurper of the caliphate and an enemy of the al-Bayt. Lineage and titles. Abu Bakr's full name was Abdullah ibn Abi Kaffa ibn Amir ibn Amr ibn Ka'b ibn Sa'd ibn Taym ibn Murrah ibn Ka'b ibn Lu'ay ibn Ghalib ibn Fir. His lineage meets the lineage of Muhammad at the 6th generation up with Murrah ibn Ka'b. Abu Bakr is referenced in the Quran in Surah At-Tawbah as Taniya Ithnain, second of the two, and al-Sahib, companion. Some scholars believe al-Atka, the most pious, in Surah al-Layl refers to Abu Bakr as well. Abdullah. In Arabic, the name Abd Allah means servant of Allah. This is his birth name. Abu Bakr, this nickname, kunya, was given to him as a child when he grew up among a Bedouin tribe and developed a fondness for camels. He played with the camel calves and goats, earning this nickname, Abu Bakr, meaning father of the young camel. A Bakr, in Arabic, is a young but already fully grown camel. Atiq, one of his early titles, preceding his conversion to Islam, was Atiq, meaning saved one. In a weak narration in Tirmidhi, Muhammad later restated this title when he said that Abu Bakr is the Atiq of Allah from the fire, meaning saved or secure, and the association with Allah showing how close to and protected he is by Allah. Al-Siddiq, he was called Al-Siddiq, the truthful, by Muhammad after he believed him in the event of Isra and Miraj when other people did not, and Ali confirmed that title several times. He was also reportedly referred to in the Quran as the second of the two in the cave, in reference to the event of Hijra, where with Muhammad he hid in the cave in Jabal Thar from the Meccan party that was sent after them. Al-Sahib. He was honorifically called Al-Sahib, the companion in the Quran, describing his role as a companion of Muhammad when hiding from the Quraysh in the Jabal Thar cave during the Hijrah to Medina. It does not matter if you believers do not support him, for Allah did in fact support him when the disbelievers drove him out of Mecca and he was only one of two. While they both were in the cave, he reassured his companion, "Do not worry, Allah is certainly with us." So Allah sent down His serenity upon the Prophet, supported him with forces you believers did not see, and made the word of the disbelievers lowest, while the word of Allah is supreme. And Allah is Almighty, all-wise. 940 The Clear Quran. Al-Atka. In a hadith narrated by Ibn Abbas of the exegesis of chapter 92 of the Quran by Imam al-Suyuti, we find the word, Al-Atka, Arabic, meaning, the most pious, the most righteous, or, the most God-fearing, is referring to Abu Bakr as an example for the believers. And so I have warned you of a raging fire, in which none will burn except the most wretched, who deny and turn away. But the righteous will be spared from it, who donate some of their wealth only to purify themselves, not in return for someone's favors, but seeking the pleasure of their Lord, the Most High. They will certainly be pleased. 92, 14-21 The Clear Quran, Al-Awa. Al-Awa, Arabic means someone who supplicates abundantly to God, someone who is merciful, and the gentle-hearted. Ibrahim al-Nakhai said that Abu Bakr has also been called Al-Awa for his merciful character. Abu Bakr was born in Mecca sometime in 573 CE, to a rich family in the Banu Taym tribe of the Quraysh tribal confederacy. His father was Abu Kafa and his mother was al-Khair. He spent his early childhood like other Arab children of the time, among the Bedouin who called themselves al-Bayr, the people of the camel, and developed a particular fondness for camels. In his early years he played with the camel calves and goats, and his love for camels earned him the nickname, kunya, Abu Bakr, the father of the camel's calf. Like other children of the rich Meccan merchant families, Abu Bakr was literate and developed a fondness for poetry. He used to attend the annual fair at Ukaz, and participate in poetical symposia. He had a very good memory and had a good knowledge of the genealogy of the Arab tribes, their stories and their politics. A story is preserved that once when he was a child, his father took him to the Kaaba and asked him to pray before the idols. His father went away to attend to some other business, and Abu Bakr was left alone. Addressing an idol, Abu Bakr said, "Oh my God, I am in need of beautiful clothes. Bestow them on me." The idol remained indifferent. Then he addressed another idol, saying, "Oh God, give me some delicious food. See that I am so hungry." The idol remained cold. That exhausted the patience of young Abu Bakr. He lifted a stone, and, addressing an idol, said, "Here I am aiming a stone. If you are a god, protect yourself." Abu Bakr hurled the stone at the idol and left the Kaaba. Regardless, it recorded that prior to converting to Islam, Abu Bakr practiced as a Hanif and never worshipped idols. On his return from a business trip in Yemen, friends informed him that in his absence, Muhammad had declared himself a messenger of God. According to a report of the historian al-Tabari, in his Tariq al-Tabari, Abu Bakr may have converted to Islam after around 50 people, though this is disputed. Some Sunni and all the Shia believe that the second person to publicly accept Muhammad as the messenger of God was Ali ibn Abi Talib, the first being Muhammad's wife Khadijah. Ibn Kathir, in his Al-Bidayah wal-Nihaya, disregards this. He stated that the first woman to embrace Islam was Khadijah. Zayd ibn Haritha was the first freed slave to embrace Islam. Ali ibn Abi Talib was the first child to embrace Islam, for he has not even reached the age of puberty at that time, while Abu Bakr was the first free man to embrace Islam. His wife Qutayla bint Abd al-Uzza did not accept Islam and he divorced her. His other wife, Ruman, became a Muslim. All his children accepted Islam except Abd al-Rahman, from whom Abu Bakr disassociated himself. His conversion also brought many people to Islam. He persuaded his intimate friends to convert, and presented Islam to other friends in such a way that many of them also accepted the faith. Those who converted to Islam at the Dawah of Abu Bakr were Uthman ibn Affan, who would become the third caliph, al-Zubair, who played a part in the Muslim conquest of Egypt, Talha ibn Ubayd Allah, his cousin and an important companion of Muhammad, Abd al-Rahman ibn Awf, who would remain an important part of the Rashidun Caliphate, Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, who played a leading role in the Islamic conquest of Persia, Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah, who was a commander-in-chief of the Rashidun army in Levant, Abu Salama, he was a foster brother of Muhammad, Khalid ibn Sa'id, who acted as a general under the Rashidun army in Syria. Abu Bakr's acceptance proved to be a milestone in Muhammad's mission. Slavery was common in Mecca, and many slaves accepted Islam. When an ordinary free man accepted Islam, despite opposition, he would enjoy the protection of his tribe. For slaves, however, there was no such protection and they commonly experienced persecution. Abu Bakr felt compassion for slaves, so he purchased 4 men and 4 women, and then freed them, paying 40,000 dinar for their freedom. He was known to have freed slaves, including Bilal ibn Rabah. The men were Bilal ibn Rabah, Abu Fuqayya, Ammar ibn Yasir, Amir ibn Fuhaira. The women were Lubayna, al-Nadia, Ubays, Haritha bint al-Mu'ammal. Most of the slaves liberated by Abu Bakr were either women or old and frail men. When the father of Abu Bakr asked him why he did not liberate strong and young slaves, who could be a source of strength for him, Abu Bakr replied that he was freeing the slaves for the sake of God, and not for his own sake. For 3 years after the birth of Islam, Muslims kept their faith private. In 613, according to Islamic tradition, Muhammad was commanded by God to call people to Islam openly. The first public address inviting people to offer allegiance to Muhammad was delivered by Abu Bakr. In a fit of fury, the young men of the Quraysh tribe rushed at Abu Bakr and beat him until he lost consciousness. Following this incident, Abu Bakr's mother converted to Islam. Abu Bakr was persecuted many times by the Quraysh. Though Abu Bakr's beliefs would have been defended by his own clan, it would not be so for the entire Quraysh tribe. In 617, the Quraysh enforced a boycott against the Banu Hashim. Muhammad, along with his supporters from Banu Hashim, were cut off in a pass away from Mecca. All social relations with the Banu Hashim were cut off and their state was that of imprisonment. Before it, many Muslims migrated to Abyssinia, now Ethiopia. Abu Bakr, feeling distressed, set out for Yemen and then to Abyssinia from there. He met a friend of his named Ad-Dudna, chief of the Kara tribe, outside Mecca, who invited Abu Bakr to seek his protection against the Quraysh. Abu Bakr went back to Mecca. It was a relief for him, but soon due to the pressure of Quraysh, Ad-Dudna was forced to renounce his protection. Once again the Quraysh were free to persecute Abu Bakr. In 620, Muhammad's uncle and protector, Abu Talib ibn Abd al-Muttalib, and Muhammad's wife Khadija died. Abu Bakr's daughter Aisha was betrothed to Muhammad. However, it was decided that the actual marriage ceremony would be held later. I stop at this point today. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the world's incredible stories. Soon we will publish part 2. Thank you for watching.